at principle number 6, the principle of temperance. When we talk about temperance, we'll define it as always. What we mean is the ability to exert your will over your desires. So really what it comes down to is having self-control and being disciplined. A lot of times whenever we hear the word temperance, the most common examples given are like eating and drinking. Don't eat too much, don't drink too much, and really it revolves around not doing things excessively, picking the right amounts. And that is certainly true, and there's an element to it, but we don't think it should be limited to just that. When we did these principles, we really tried to keep it as succinct as possible, and we wanted to pack as much into each one as we can. So we don't want to limit it just to excessive, not doing excessive things and picking the right amounts. Our definition can probably be tied in equally to it. What we're saying again is don't allow your will to, or your desires to override your will. So if you have a goal, you know what you want to do, there's certain steps you need to take to achieve that goal. Having the discipline to do those things is what's going to allow you to achieve that goal. And not doing other things, being distracted and doing excessive amounts of those distractions is what's going to be fundamental in you achieving that goal. So that's where temperance comes in and where it plays an important role. So again, the most common examples given typically are don't eat or drink in excess. But another way to think about it that is also applicable is, let's say you want to wake up early in the morning. Doesn't matter why, but you said to yourself, I want to wake up tomorrow at 6 a.m. But you really enjoy sleeping in. Your desire is to sleep in. Well, you have to overcome that desire and do what you said it was that you're going to do. That's discipline, that's self-control. If you want to work out so many days a week, right, you have a certain goal that you want to hit. You say, in order to hit that goal, here's what I need to do. You need to remain disciplined in those steps that are necessary to achieve the goal. Okay, so this is where the whole idea of discipline is freedom comes in. Now, again, doing things that you don't want doesn't sound fun and doesn't sound freeing. So how can that be? How's discipline freedom? If I don't want to get up early, how's having to do something I don't want to do making me more free? Well, the reason you said you want to get up early is because if you do that and then you do the next step and the next step, it's going to help you achieve your long-term goal, okay? And you get to pick your goals, okay? That's up to you. You're free to choose what it is that you want to achieve in life. And so that is where the freedom part comes in, okay? And then once you have your goal, well, there are certain things you are going to have to do. If you want to achieve that goal, that's where you need to be disciplined. So the options are either be a slave to your desires or be a slave to your will. So you might as well allow your will to be the master because you have freedom over your own will. So again, this is where the earlier principles come into play. Temperance does sound, whenever we're talking about choosing the right things in the right amounts, it does sound similar to prudence, and they are. And again, you need to be able to understand what the right things are before you do them, okay? But you do need to be disciplined once you've made that decision and once you understand what those things are. And that's where the difficulty comes in. So how can we do those things? What are some things we can do to practice temperance? The best thing you can do is pick something every day that you don't want to do and do it. Okay, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't have to be the most productive thing. The more productive, the better, because 2 birds, 1 stone. But the goal is not to be productive here. It's not to get something done. It's to do something that you don't want to do. It's to practice temperance, to practice discipline. You start with something easy. Again, the goal is not necessarily to be productive. If you can be, that's great. But pick something that you don't want to do every single day and do it, just for the sake of doing it. Because it helps practice and set your mindset towards the more difficult things that we have to do. There's plenty of things in our life that we know we don't want to do. They're not enjoyable, but we absolutely have to do them. There's no point in pushing them off because they have to be done. So the best thing we can do is practice with smaller things now. Doesn't matter what it is, like I said, it can be the smallest, easiest chore. It doesn't even have to be productive. The goal is find something that you don't want to do and will yourself over the desire to not do it.